It's me again, Jose Segura. So I've had a few folks, actually more than a few, contact me about using their personal cell phone to communicate with parents and students. They want to communicate, they want to be able to call and have those one-on-one conversations, but they're looking for a different method to make that happen. So one thing that you can do is you can use Google Hangout. And actually Google Hangout is something we already have access to because we have Google accounts or Gmail accounts that have been assigned to us by our employer. So I'm going to show you two different ways you can use Google Hangout to call students or their families. So you're going to need the phone numbers of your students or your students' parents with you. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And I actually have a couple of different emails opened up. So there's my district email account, and then there's my personal email account. So I have those two, and I'm going to show you from our district email. So from my district email account, I'm going to go over here to the waffle, click on that, and then scroll down until I find Hangout, which is the set of quotation marks. Click on that. And you get a page that looks like this. If you've never been to Google Hangout before, you're going to get a pop-up that's maybe 3 or 4 pages wide. It's just going to flick you through some of the features that are available in this. So here I am. Now, right here where it says phone call, you would think, well, I can just click on that and I can make a phone call. But for some reason, the Google Hangout that's connected to our school Google accounts does not allow you to just make a direct phone call. So you see over here how it's saying loading contacts. It's going to do this for a while, and eventually nothing's going to happen. So what you have to do if you're going to use your Gmail account from your school, which you totally can do, you go over here to video call, and then you're going to get a box that's going to pop up, and it's going to ask you to start or join a meeting. So I'm going to say start or join the meeting. I'm going to give it a name. I can just call it meet. Doesn't matter what you call it. And then you're going to get a new pop-up. I'm going to turn the camera off because you don't need to see me. So my camera is off. But now this is ready to make a call. Right here it says join now. So I'm going to say join now. I get this box that pops up. I'm going to go down to the bottom where it says add people. Now this is where I'm going to add the phone number of the parent that I want to call. So right over here I'm going to say call. Here's a little picture of a phone. And then I'm going to enter the phone number. So just for the sake of argument, I'm going to enter my own number. 5714986. That's a phone number that you all have from me. That's a number that I use for text and for phone call. That's a mobile number. So once that's typed in, I go down here to the little phone. I click on that, and it's telling me that it's calling. And if I turn, I don't know if you can hear that vibrating sound. That's my phone ringing right now. So if I wanted to, I would just answer the phone and then I could have a conversation with myself. When I'm done with my call, I can click on the little red phone thing, and then my phone call has ended. All right. And actually down here, click on this to leave the call. So I'm going to leave the call. Now, I have to let you know that when you use this method of Google Hangout, when you're using video call, whoever you're calling, an actual phone number will pop up on their phone. It's going to be like a New York number or some number from someplace far away. So it will show a phone number. It just won't show your phone number. So after I've made that call to that student, that parent, but I want to make maybe 4 or 5 or 6 or however many more calls I want to make, I can actually just click on rejoin. That's going to take me back to this page that I started from, right? And then say join now, and I'm just going to go through the same process, add people, call, and then dial in the phone number and make that call. And so I'm just doing it all over again. I'm making my phone call, I'm talking. When I'm all done with the call, I can click on this button right here. It says to leave the call. And then if I wanted to start another call, I can go to rejoin, and then I will just start the process over again, making my phone calls. And you can do this as many times as you want. Okay, so if you want to make things a little bit easier, you can use a personal Gmail account. Instead of using the district Gmail, if you want to use a personal Gmail account, you can do that. So here's a personal Gmail account of mine. I'm going to go to the waffle one more time, click on that, find my Google Hangout. Now, from my personal Gmail account, I can use the phone call button. So this makes it a lot easier. When you use this phone call button through a personal Gmail account, the person you are calling will get a phone number will not show up on their phone for their caller ID. It'll say restricted. So it'll come from a restricted number. So I can just click phone call. Let's go over here and say new conversation. I can type my phone number, 805-714-9860. 805, I'm sorry, 5714980. There's my phone number. And you notice how when I type it in up here, it actually appears in a separate bar. This is the actual area where I'll click on this to make the call. I won't click on that. So I'll click here, make my phone call. A little phone pad pops up, says that it's calling. And now it's connecting to my cell phone, which I will answer. And now it says invoice call, and it gives you amount of time that call is occurring. So I can have that conversation with the parent and or my student and go from there. When I'm all done with the phone call, I can hang up. And now I go on and press phone call again to make the next phone call. So this is the much easier, faster way to do it. You just can't use the phone call button when you are using Google Hangout in your district email. Okay, thanks a lot, everybody.